Hey everybody, it's Paul here at Gillette Castle, and today we are making our way from the greenhouse and looping around to the back section of the first floor. So let's see what we've got in here. So we have this rather small looking room. This is William Gillette's dining room. That's right, he actually had this as his one and only dining room. It's small, but he didn't need the space. He lived here alone. He never entertained more than a few people at a time. So this is all he had for a dining room table. The booth against the wall is all he had for seating. Now, you take a look at this table, you notice Gillette set it up on tracks. So there's a pull cord underneath the table. You pull the cord, it lifts up the crossbars, allows the table to glide out. Now, Gillette sits in the center. Whatever friend, family member, or pet cat are joining him for the meal will sit on either side, and then the table goes back in. Now, it's not just here to make it easy to move the table about and reposition it, but it's also here, saves the floor. These floors are original, so it keeps from the table scratching up the floor as you move it. Right next to the dining room table, we have this lovely buffet area. It's a lot of the same woodwork you see throughout the house, the same hand-carved southern white oak. Very ornate, very beautiful on the outside. On the inside, there's not really too much there. So, for example, you take a look at this drawer, and it's an empty silverware drawer. And then you take a look underneath, and we have an empty cabinet. But again, very plain, very functional on the inside, but very ornate on the outside. On top, you see a lot of coffee pots, presses, percolators. William Gillette loved coffee. We're pretty sure it's his favorite drink. I'd like to think that he probably stayed up most nights drinking coffee and just thinking of things to do, because he obviously had way too much time on his hands. Over here, we have the cat bell. Well, he had about 15 pet cats, and when you have that many cats, you just need a way to call them in for dinner. So that's basically common sense. And then we have the napkin stitched with the 7S logo. That stands for Seventh Sister. Now, what does the Seventh Sister refer to? The house. That's what Gillette called this property. Now, it was a name already attached to the area. Sea captains came up the river. They noticed a chain of 7 hills along this side of the river, so they decided to call those the Seven Sisters, just so they had a landmark to help them navigate the Connecticut River. Now, Gillette knew that, and he also knew that this house is built on the southernmost hill. So in other words, it's on the Seventh Sister. So that's why he called this the Seven Sister Estate. You'll see 7S everywhere. Napkins, sheets, pillowcases, towels. Seven Sister on the stationery, that's what that all means. And then we go on to the other side and we have this cast iron door. It's a little mysterious. This is just a wood box. So servants could chop up firewood outside and then load it in through that window in the back. So if Gillette ever needed to put more wood in the fireplace, all he has to do is pop open the door right there. Very convenient. And then, of course, that brings us to the fireplace. Now, this is fireplace number 2 in the castle, second after the one in the Great Hall. Much smaller, but it's just there because it's nice to enjoy a good fire. Original andirons. The owls themselves are made out of cast iron, and then the eyes themselves are made out of glass. So it actually makes for a really cool effect for when there is a fire going. Now, for what should hopefully be obvious reasons, I can't actually light a fire and show you, but I'm going to go with the next best thing. So if you keep an eye on this guy, you'll see what happens when light comes in behind him. See, the eyes are glowing. It's pretty awesome. So that's what I've got for today. Stay tuned because in our next video, I will bring you into the butler's pantry and show you around the kitchen as well. So keep on following our page, and we'll see you soon, guys. Bye.